guys, welcome to Bastian Time. I'm your host, Bastian. Let's get to some Zelda news. First of all, a very interesting video came out like a couple weeks ago, and I meant to talk about it last week and didn't get around to it. However, I'm remembering this week, and it's this very odd video, this sort of a theory in video form, suggesting that actually Link might have been dead during all of Majora's Mask. Maybe his experience was an afterlife sort of thing. It's a very interesting video. I mean, obviously the answer is no. Nintendo intends for Majora's Mask's events to be legitimate. It takes place in an alternate world, separate from Hyrule. And amusingly enough, this kind of reminds me of the fact that when I was a youngin' and I was in a writer's club, because I used to think I was going to be a writer when I grew up, I wrote this short story, and we would read it, to this group of like 10 people, and then everybody would give critique afterwards, and everybody was like, oh, I know what's going on, the main character died, and this is all the afterlife, and I was like, no, that's an interesting idea, but no, he just legitimately goes to this magical land through this glowing golden door. Oh, golden gate, golden door, I get it now. But yeah, it's just kind of funny how people can sort of read into something that the creator did not intend whatsoever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Link's not dead, but it's an amusing theory. Link Between Worlds is almost out, coming out this Friday, so excited, and Game Informer, who isn't known to gush over Nintendo games, gave A Link Between Worlds a 10 out of 10. Perfect score. I mean, as if I wasn't already super stoked to play this game. If Game Informer's giving it a 10 out of 10, can't wait. Can't wait. A Nintendo Direct came out last week and revealed some new information. Nothing super spoilery, just some new details like the fact that Link's version of transporting around the world, because he's always got something, right? In Twilight Princess, Midna would sort of transport him around. In A Link to the Past, he would call the bird with the flute, and that would transport him around. In the original Legend of Zelda, he'd play the whistle, and a whirlwind would come and blow him around. Link Between Worlds version is a broom that you acquire that will summon Irene the Witch, who will then fly you to various locales, because in her, she's been read some sort of fortune that tells her that her future is destined to intertwine with the boy in green or something like that. So it's pretty interesting that they've incorporated that sort of witch's assistant looking character, and she also looks like Maple from the Oracle's games, but the Nintendo Direct was very clear that she is a separate new character. I think they were worried that some of us were thinking that she was Maple or some sort of incarnation of Maple, and no, they say she's a brand new character. So various other things that we found out are, I completely forget, because I was only really focused on that whole transporting around with the broomstick thing. Oh yeah, the Shadow Battle. Wait, that's not what it's called. That's from a different game. But where you can battle Link's shadow, we learned some interesting things about that, which is this is the Street Pass. Because of course Nintendo's always going to now include some kind of Street Pass ability, and now what you can do is sort of craft your Shadow Link, or whatever you choose your name to be. If I entered Bastian as my Link's name, then it would be Shadow Bastian, which would be pretty amusing. So you sort of craft him based on how many heart containers you want him to have, what 2 items you want him to have, and then that will sort of create the bounty on his head, so that when you street pass somebody, if they are able to successfully beat him, then they gain that many rupees. So that is going to be pretty awesome. Apparently what happens is, when you enter the battle, you immediately get full hearts restored to him, and then to you, Link, when you're playing Link as against the character, and then when you leave the battle, you get full hearts. Sounds like a clever way to just sort of refill your hearts, is just accept Shadow Link battles, and whether you win or lose, you'll get full hearts at the end. So, and then one fun little tidbit about that is that it plays a remixed version of the Zelda 2 Adventure of Link Palace theme, which is one of my favorite Zelda music pieces of all time. So That's going to be pretty awesome. And of course, the reason why they're choosing that particular track is because that's when Shadow Link originally appeared. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Zelda News. See you guys tomorrow for some Nintendo news. See you guys next week for some more Zelda news, if I can pry myself away from A Link Between Worlds, that is. See you then. Bye.